What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Polestar, ticker is PSNY. I want to give you my thoughts on where things will be going in the short term and some fundamentals behind the scenes that investors really need to watch for. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that said, let's get right to it. So when it comes down to them submitting their recent earnings, well, at least a snippet of it based on just their overall delivered vehicles was 51,000 in 2022. Very, very much on point. And of all the EVs, they are one of the only ones that actually hit their 2022 target. So very positive in that regard. And it was up 80% year over year. So I think generally speaking, definitely Polestar is a big force to be reckoned with in the coming years. And as well, they did say 80,000 for a production target for 2023. So that is massive, on point, amazing stuff. And you can't go wrong with that. And it does look like right here, March the 2nd is going to be their actual earnings. So hopefully once that does come out, more positive things will follow. I do anticipate in the next more so quarter or potentially 2 quarters for them to start reducing the prices of their vehicles. And my reasoning is because of this. So Tesla did recently lower their prices for the Model 3 and the Y, as did XPeng, of course, to stay competitive, but there's a bigger picture afoot because the whole used car sector unfortunately has been popped from what a lot of people are saying and insinuating based on stats. So in order for a lot of these companies to kind of stay relevant and keep up their demand, they do in fact need to lower their prices. So far I think this is a slow trend to start, but I anticipate Polestar following suit as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, that might result in something, might result in not. Who knows? At this stage in the game, I'm not a financial advisor either. When it comes down to intraday options volume, it is very much mixed, if not leaning a little bit more towards a lot more puts being purchased. And I've not really understood Polestar. So based on the last little bit, they've had a lot of good results from their earnings. So like I said, I think they are a very big force to be reckoned with. But when it was GDPI, all retail investors absolutely loved it. They couldn't get enough of it. But get rolled out into PSNY, people seem to not care at all. And also the technicals mimic that exact same thing looking at momentum. So very much weird behind the scenes. And it's not like shorts are really manipulating it behind the scenes as well. So right now shorts is utilization is 98.83, but very low short interest. So 3.92% of the free float is being shorted. So very much small, very pennies in fact. And 10.19 million shares is being shorted. Cost to borrow is something to watch for. So 175.18% is the average, but still, generally speaking, not going to squeeze because it's not, like I said, on the table for a squeeze to occur. But I don't know why the sentiment is very much negative with Polestar and why retail investors don't necessarily like it. Again, I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe I missed the memo on some aspect on why people need to hate Polestar, but investors love it, more specifically from a institutional standpoint. So as you can see, the latest round of 13Fs, a lot of green meaning new positions, so a lot of newer positions in Polestar. So once again, that is a very good aspect. And then when it comes down to the technicals, it is also very optimistic. It is currently sitting on that central boiling band, and it is technically as well a little bit more overbought. And you can tell that based on stochastic. And like I already said, with momentum, number of retail investors for the most part are pretty flat, if not are getting out of Polestar. If I was to give a short-term prediction, I would assume that it most likely is going to be trending to that $5 range and bouncing off of that to higher, around the $8 from there. So my own interpretation, but based on the technicals and my last video as well, technicals are very much on point. So I love that. Definitely take a look at my other video as well. And like I've mentioned in the past, more specifically on my other channel, which is Financial Journey, but I cover Lucid quite a lot there. And when I was investing and kind of doing videos on Lucid, I said at that stage that companies have a pivot. They can choose what they want to do, their destiny. So Polestar, they could either do a lot of vehicles, have a little bit lower technology aspect, or you could, for instance, go the Lucid route, do less vehicles, but in theory have a little bit more superior technology. And I am the first to say I was very much wrong. Based on Polestar's earnings and them actually producing a lot of vehicles, they've withheld the overall downtrend of EVs very, very well. So hats off to all Polestar investors. Definitely a very good beneficial kind of aspect that's been happening with them lately. And I think in general though, if you do have a long-term time horizon, these are steals of a deal, anything around this range. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. And with that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Polestar.